Our issue out here in UCI is just to keep a good thing growing, to build a high-density community that is a one-of-a-kind, that really is a city that is a vertical city that reminds you of places you see in other major cities of the world. And to make that happen and to continue that momentum and further that growth, we certainly have as one of our most critical partners the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority. Well, in University Circle, public transit is imperative for a number of reasons. We're a high-density community where we cannot, frankly, afford to park every car if every person always came to the Circle as a single occupancy vehicle trip. We are just a place that has got such high density that the value of land is not always best utilized as surface parking. And for that, it's a critically important partner to us in the RTA. We also bill ourselves appropriately as an international village here in Cleveland, Ohio. We have people coming from everywhere, all continents. You know, we have a huge influx of persons from Europe, from Asia, working from South America, working in our education and medical arena, coming here on research-related contracts for 1 and 2 years. They're used to places from their hometowns where, again, not every trip began and ended in a garage, in their car, where the trip really did begin by walking out your door and connecting with transit. So to build the international village here in Cleveland, we need RTA. People are used to, as they come from other places, riding buses, riding rapid transit, not taking every trip from the automobile. I think the biggest single barrier is efficiency and location efficiency, density. You know, to have a city that's as spread out as it is and have transit try to chase people down with, you know, built infrastructure, it's a difficult and costly proposition. This is a community that hub and spoke spread out on the spokes to a region beyond the center city where we lost the economy of scale of people living in dense proximate places toward transit. And University Circle is actually a bit of a contrast to that. We're really the antidote to urban sprawl. We're building a high-density community that focuses on a walkable community and a community that anchors along transit lines. Most of my placemaking here with my team at University Circle and our partners in the Circle institutions, most of the placemaking has in its mindset, how close are we to transit? What's the 5 to 10 minute walk? Can we get people to transit efficiently? Well, it turns out in University Circle, this is a very transit-friendly place. So the RTA improvements, you know, the first and foremost improvement on the health line has been a winner for University Circle. The next 2 planned improvements at the Cedar University and the Mayfield stations along the Red Line, they really are now making a market. Developers are coming in and wanting to locate residential, retail, mixed-use office communities around the market of transit. Those for us are transit-oriented development in its truest sense. As I mentioned, we're the international village in the city. We have many people who make connections first through Hopkins, first through Cleveland International Airport, and then through Tower City, and ultimately to University Circle along the transit lines. That's not an atypical visit for a visiting conductor, for a visiting research scientist, for a visiting doctor, for a visiting patient, for a visitor just wanting to experience arts and culture. And that's what we want to build here. So a transit-friendly city, an accessible place, a high-density village here in University Circle, and an international village in the city. To make all that happen, it requires a quality transportation system that has transit at the forefront, and that's what the RTA is such a critical partner to us. Well, what we wanted to make sure is that development happened in tandem with the transit investment that was happening because of RTA, the FTA, the state of Ohio, Cuyahoga County, and the city of Cleveland. So in University Circle, for a 20-block stretch, we set forth the Euclid Gateway vision. And for those 20 blocks, we were going to make every effort to make every land available for development that wasn't already developed. And when we developed it, we were going to develop buildings to the street, ones that actually interfaced with transit and made for a pedestrian-friendly, transit-friendly environment. The Euclid Corridor has been critical. The Euclid Corridor project has leveraged, I say, about a 30-to-1 return on the investment in the the $200 million investment that is the RTA Euclid Corridor, thereabouts, has netted another $2 billion in project investment just in these 20 blocks from the Cleveland Clinic to Case Western to university hospitals and all of our cultural institutions. It's extraordinary the investment that's happened on Euclid. So Euclid Gateway Vision, Bring Back Euclid Avenue, had as an anchor the public investment of the RTA Euclid Corridor, which returned the private nonprofit investment of $2 billion of investment. Well, thankfully, Joe Calabrese is a part of University Circle's Transportation and Infrastructure Task Force. So I thank you, Joe, for leading that as one of the co-chairs to that. And I think Joe and his team at RTA know very well that it's all about the linkages. While we have a quality RTA system, this is about connecting the dots. You know, University Circle runs a transit system itself called CircleLink. Can we better coordinate from a system standpoint those two systems? Yes, and we should. Can we better coordinate our efforts to connect people from the Heights to the Circle and vice versa? Yes, we should. It's all about making systems connections to the ancillary systems that can support RTA. I think that's something we're working on. I'm grateful that the RTA leadership is, meeting with us in University Circle and helping chair the effort. That is something that we just have to continue working on with them. And another thing I think reciprocally we should be working on in the Circle especially is being the best advocates we can be for the RTA when it comes to public support of transportation that is transit. We have done a good job in this country of over-subsidizing the automobile and under-subsidizing public transit. And so I say this to the board of RTA and to you, Joe, and all the staff. We stand with you in support of public transit, and we need to put our money where our mouth is and also our advocacy in that effort. So, RTA has been a great partner, and we just look forward to another great year ahead.